within every one of us. And speaking of entrepreneurs, I'm also joined in the studio by Dr. Logan and Dr. Laura Swaim, husband and wife team. They're with a company called the Roots Chiropractic, and you guys own the company, correct?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us here today. Let's get right into it. How about it?
Awesome.
All right. Well, this is Dr. Laura Swaim, and I'm here with my husband, Dr. Logan Swaim. We are co-founders and owners of the Roots Chiropractic at San Marco Plaza and Lakewood Ranch. We are here to bring you a bunch of insight on health and healing from A to Z. We are on a mission to change the world, and to do that, we need to reach as many people as we can. I feel like it's important to give you a little bit of background about the two of us and how we got here and why we are so passionate about helping other people.
Yeah, tell us where you're from, Laura.
I'm actually Canadian. So I met my husband 9 years ago in North Carolina. We went to Gardner-Webb University, and I was on a running scholarship, and Logan was on a soccer scholarship.
Yeah, a very small town in Canada. Look on Google Maps right now; it's actually still just a cornfield. But yeah, a small town girl that has big dreams, and that's one of the main reasons that we're together today. Been together almost 10 years. Just an absolute driving force. And you look at the entrepreneurial spirit. She empowers everything of that and really pushes both of us to that next level. I had a little bit different background. I'm actually from South Florida here, born and raised in Fort Myers, and had a different mentality on health and healing, and really wanted to help people. And I had a passion for the healthcare field, and chiropractic matched with how I was raised. And I've had that fire in me growing, and ever since I've been on that mission.
Doctors, tell us what's new. What is really happening in medicine today? What's really happening? What's the news?
The news in medicine, from our perspective, we are an experiment of sorts. I say that with
when you say we, are you talking about chiropractic?
The entire society.
Okay.
The entire society as a whole. The food that we eat, the drugs that we take, we really don't know fully the outcome that is there. We're on a different vaccine regimen. We're on different diets. The stuff we're putting in food, all that has a direct impact on our health. And the newest wave for us, and we truly believe it, that's why we're doing what we do, is that there is a better way for health and healing. You are given everything at birth that you needed to be happy and healthy. No more parts, no less parts, just exactly what you needed to heal and recover over time without the use of drugs and surgery. And that's really our driving force, is to make sure you're able to heal with whatever it is that you're dealing with. And we see a lot of times different ailments. And yes, there are some limitations to matter. And thank goodness for the medical system that we do have. Because if you're bleeding, I assure you, I do not want to see you in my office. We have well-trained physicians to take care of that stuff. And thank goodness they're there.
Yeah.
But they're parts people. That's how we view it, is that they're good at those parts. So you go see your cardiologist for your heart, your eyes, ears, nose, throat, for any of that stuff, endocrinologist, all of that stuff, absolutely phenomenal. We have some of the best in the world for crises. So if you have a problem, go there. But healthcare is an active process. It's not a passive process. And right now we're seeing too much of that passive nature, and we just want to take a medication to deal with it.
It seems like society's taken like 20, 30 years to come around to this, and it's like a full circle because we're going right back to the roots, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely.
No pun intended.
No pun intended there.
Their company name is the Roots Chiropractic.
We look at what your grandparents ate for their supper, for the medications that they were on, and that's what we're trying to get to now with the organic nature of food, health and healing overall. Our society is slowly realizing that, well, maybe this experiment that we've gone on isn't the answer, and there is a better way. But we're pretty far down on that path, and we really want to be able to change that for the better.
So I'm sorry. There's some people that talk about organic food that is kind of just a selling point. Can you talk to us about that? Is organic the way to go to keep us healthy? And the reason we have a medical or a chiropractic on the business show today is because every entrepreneur, every business owner needs to be healthy to maintain their business. And so we want to give some practical tips here a little bit more on what they can do to, stay healthy. But is organic the way to go, or is it a selling point?
The way we look at it right now, it's still a selling point.
Okay.
And I say that because that organic label in the grocery store costs money.
Right.
The true organic farmer cannot actually pay for that label in the grocery store. So the farmers markets that are at different sections around town, I know there's quite a few. I don't want to name anyone specific to try to promote their business or any of that, but those are the places that you would go to buy that true organic food. And in our business, the way we look at it is we're focused on the overall. We're the power to your entire body. We talked about the parts, people. So your stomach, you can go see a stomach specialist, but if the nerves that are going to your stomach are not functioning at 100%, you can spend all the money in the world on organic food, the best water. Right. Mm-hmm. But if your body's not telling it what to do, when to do it, when not to do it, then all of that money is essentially being poured down the drain the same way.
Sure. So, Dr. Laura, what you eat is what you are. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
And I just want to go back on this medical-minded term as well. I grew up very medical-minded, and every time I had a cough or a sniffle, I went into my medicine cabinet and, took a teaspoon of medicine to help with any cough or fever. And going off to college, I had a bag full of inhalers to help with my labored breathing. And it wasn't until my nephew was born that my mind of what medical or healthcare was today shifted. My nephew had his airway started closing up. He had a rash so severe it looked like he had a 3rd-degree burn. And he was just very swollen. So we took him to the pediatrician. And after 3 different types of steroids, it wasn't until we took him to a chiropractor that after one adjustment, his airway opened up, his rash began to dissipate, and his swelling went down. And I had no idea that chiropractic can help with his ailments.
So let me paint a picture here for the people out in the street. I'm an old geezer, and I've seen a lot. And you guys are like young kids, just married. So I'm going to paint a picture to the outside world. This is it's a couple, and they really look like they're totally in tune with each other. How is it working as a Mr. and Mrs.?
Oh, absolutely phenomenal. I would not have it any other way. Like I said before, Dr. Laura's passion for our vision and our passion is so strong, and that's what really gets. Somebody asked me that before when we were on a conference call with some of our mentors, and they asked, like, what's their why? And everybody had this great why of why they're in chiropractic, what really drives them. And I said, honestly, my why is my wife, who's sitting next to me right now. That's why I get up and I do what it is that I do. It really is. Chiropractic is absolutely phenomenal. I wouldn't want to be in any other profession. I know it's a better way for health and healing and a vision for the community. But that's my way of providing for her, and her passion for that as well is absolutely phenomenal. So I can't speak on her behalf, but I know for me, I wouldn't have it any other way.
So a lot of people think chiropractic, they think moving muscles and bones. Okay, is that what chiropractic is, or is there more of a holistic approach to chiropractic nowadays?
There's definitely more of a holistic approach. People are looking for that alternative. And for us specifically, our office focuses specifically on the nervous system. We're neurologically-based chiropractors, focusing on restoring the signals that start from your brain that go to every cell, nerve, tissue, and organ in your body. Now, for us, there's no twisting, popping, or cracking. Just gentle, specific, scientific chiropractic care that gets to that root cause of your health problem. So we look at internal and external forces. There's a law in healing that it comes from above, down, inside, and out. And we look at that external force. So typically you go to the chiropractor, he pops here. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that's an external force, that we view it. You can't help but move bones above, bones below, the one you're trying to correct, the one that's causing the problem. Well, what we're able to do is we're able to pinpoint exactly where your problem areas are and correct them with specific scientific chiropractic care. Dr. Laura, do you want to?
Yeah, absolutely. And we have people all over town say, well, what if my shoulder hurts? How can you get to just my shoulder? And we want to look at your nervous system first before we get to your shoulder.
So I'm talking with Dr. Logan and Dr. Laura from the Roots Chiropractic. And when we come back, I'm going to ask them a little bit more about their why they got into the business. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Empowering Small Business. I'm Dave Kaufman. Today I'm joined in the studio with Dr. Logan and Dr. Laura Swaim from the Roots Chiropractic. And before the break, we had talked about we're going to get into their why. Why did you start this business out of all the other businesses that you could have started? Why chiropractic?
Because we're crazy. Simple enough.
I love it. It's an adventure.
And I say that in all honesty. We are crazy. We're crazy enough to think that we can change the status quo. We can change the way our health views healing, the way that we're able to heal and recover. We believe that healthy kids make healthy adults, and we want to have the healthiest population we can possibly have. Dr. Laura and I both have, especially in pediatrics, we have a heart. Dr. Laura, especially after her nephew's story, and that's really what got her into the profession.
Mm-hmm.
That's her why, is to be the voice for the children. And
Absolutely. Everybody looks at chiropractic as being neck pain, back pain, or headaches. And it wasn't until I found out chiropractic care can help pediatrics that to myself, I said, why did I not know about this before?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why has nobody ever told me that chiropractic can help children?
And it's not even so much just how your body functions, the education process of how your body works on a day-to-day basis. You go to the doctor now, and it's a one-sided. He looks at you, looks at your symptoms, and writes you a script. Well, we want to view health as differently. We want that active care.
The word doctor means to teach.
Exactly. We want to be able to educate you, and that's why we're here this morning. We want to be able to communicate with as many people as we can. We go around to businesses around town and do health talks. If you have 2 or 3 people in your business, I want to talk to you. I want to bring you breakfast. I want to share with you my why. I want to show you my passion for health and healing.
How can you help small business owners?
Through a functioning nervous system, a clear and functioning nervous system, your body's able to heal and recover over time. And with that, you look at so many health benefits. You look at less sick days for your employees, better productivity. Quality of life improves. They're happier. Everything in your business begins to improve. And that's one of the reasons why we chose the name of the business. Too many times we focus on the fruits,
right,
and we do it in sports. We focus on championships. We
right.
focus on, do you know what the most successful sports team in the entire world is?
No.
The All Blacks that play rugby out of Australia. They have over an 80% win rate in every competition they've ever been in. The reason they do that is they don't focus on championships. They don't focus on the trophies. They go back to what they're good at. They go back to the roots. And I actually had the pleasure of listening to their motivational speaker. They have basically a life coach for their team. And that's exactly what he says. Is
wow.
We get back to the roots, our foundation, to make sure we're doing stuff on that easy, small level that then grows the fruits. And we look at businesses the same way. If you have happy and healthy employees, your productivity is going to go through the roof.
Exactly.
They're going to want to come into work. They're going to want to help you. They're going to be willing to go that extra mile to stay during lunch to do something and have a 20-minute lunch instead of an hour lunch.
Sure.
To make sure stuff gets done.
Who is your perfect client?
Perfect client, like we said, we want the healthiest community possible. So from a very young age, we want to see as many kids as we can. Pediatrics is where we are geared towards.
Okay.
We specialize, obviously, advanced training in pregnancy, infants, and we'll see everybody. I assure you, if you've been dealing with something for one year, 5 years, 20 years, I know we can help. We've seen it time and time again. It's just with kids, they respond so quickly, and it's
right.
an absolute pleasure to see that.
How do our listeners get a hold of you?
They can call us. Our phone number is 941-877-1507, and we are located at San Marco Plaza. It's located off Interstate 75, exit 213. That's University Parkway, and we're located at San Marco Plaza.
And the website is therootschiro.com.
Okay, say that one more time.
Therootschiro.com.
Folks, if you have any kinds of health issues, I would encourage you to go by and see Dr. Logan Swaim and his beautiful wife, Dr. Laura Swaim, at the Roots Chiropractic. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Awesome. Now, joining me right now.